Toby and the Windmill. If you were ever to be at Tidmouth Bay, you would watch Toby head off to the flour mill. Sometimes, whenever Toby's not working with Henrietta, he would sometimes deliver some flour from the flour mill to the market. Toby would often love going to the mill, and the miller was his friend. Unfortunately, the windmill doesn't really make that much flour, and it's a bit old. One day, Toby had to make a delivery to the market, but he was too busy watching the windmill sales that he didn't see the cars right in front of him until it was too late. "Oops," said Toby. Harvey arrived with the breakdown train and went to go put the cars back onto the tracks. And Sir Topham Hatt was also on board. As he set it off to work, Sir Topham Hatt spoke kindly to Toby. "Don't worry, Toby," he said. "This was just an honest accident." "Yes, sir," sighed Toby. The miller, on the other hand, was worried. "If I can't produce my flour, I'm gonna have to shut down the windmill." Toby felt sad. "What will the miller do if his mill shuts down?" Toby asked his driver. "I don't know," said his driver, "but we must hurry. There's a storm coming tonight." As Toby's driver went on board Toby steamed off to his shed as fast as he could. That night, Toby couldn't sleep. It wasn't the thunder and lightning that kept him awake. He was worried about the miller. And that stormy night, with the blink of an eye, the old windmill was struck by lightning. And as it was struck by lightning, the sails and the top of the windmill tumbled down. The windmill sails were on the track, and the top of the windmill landed on the side of the tracks. The next day, Toby woke up to see that there has been a big mess outside. He then steamed off on his branch line. Toby then saw the most shocking sight of all as he steamed along. "Oh dear, the windmill's broken," he said. "This means the end of my business," said the miller sadly. Toby didn't want the miller to shut down his windmill, so he went to go find a solution. "There must be a way," he said to himself. Harvey and Terence were clearing away the wreckage. "The storm has caused confusion and delay. Remove this tree at once," Toby then had an idea. "Please, sir," Toby said, "the windmill has been broken. The wood from this tree will make it work again." "A splendid idea," said Sir Topham Hatt. As soon as the fallen tree was fitted onto the freight cars, Toby steamed off. At last, Toby arrived at where the windmill has been knocked down by the lightning, with the cars with the tree on them. The miller was delighted. "Thank goodness," he said. "Now we can finally repair the windmill." As soon as the tree was taking off the cars which Toby brought, they set it off to work repairing the windmill. It took a while, but at last the windmill was finally repaired. Sir Topham Hatt and the miller were proud of Toby. "Well done, Toby. Your idea has saved the windmill." And Toby beamed. Thanks to Toby's idea, which had saved the windmill, Toby now makes twice as much deliveries to the market. And Toby would often never stop watching the sales go round. To add to that, Toby is now also pleased that the miller now calls the windmill Toby's windmill.